I just left the gym, girl, so I'm fired up. I'm ready for it.
Oh, wow. So, are you ready for this week?
Oh, yes. We're waiting as fast as we can.
Yeah. So, won't you tell the listening artist a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm known for several different things. Some of your audience might know Ben Tankard, the former pro basketball player. Some of your audience might know Ben Tankard, the pastor. Some might know Ben Tankard, the gospel jazz musician that's been nominated again for another Stellar Award and the Honors Hall of Fame induction. But most of your listeners probably have seen me on our reality show, Thicker Than
Right.
Water, The Tankard. So you got several reasons to have heard about Ben Tankard, and I just refuse to go away.
Right, right, right. So, are y'all still gonna do the reality show? Are you gonna keep that going?
Oh, absolutely. It just takes a bit of planning and time to pull together such a big family to do a shooting because we have to pretty much shoot for 4 months, 10 to 12 hours a day. So sometimes it gets little delayed trying to get the team together and the family together because everything comes to a screeching halt. Well, I think we got it together and we'll be shooting again this summer so we can come back out in the fall. But I'm super excited that you having us talk today with you, Monica, because this is going to be Stellar Award number 15. I'm nominated for being inducted into the Honors Hall of Fame. Is such a great honor. And would you believe 33 years that the Stellar Awards have been having this award show? I am just so glad to be a part of the family, and thank you guys for allowing us to come on this morning to talk about it.
Yes, we are very excited. We can't wait to see you guys down there in Las Vegas. And won't you tell us? I mean, I know you. I mean, you also a Grammy nominee. I know this. I mean, your life has been just full of excitement, especially now that you're nominated again for a Stellar. So, tell us more about tell us more about this week and how you feel about being nominated again.
I'm very honored that the Stellar Awards has a instrumental category because I don't sing. God blessed me to play the piano after I left the NBA with an injury, and I think my first nomination was for New Artist of the Year way back in 1989, almost 30 years ago. So I've been a part of the Stellar Awards family for nearly 30 years. And for them to be celebrating 33 years this year in Vegas again, and to have, Brother Kirk Franklin, a staple in our music community as the host, and
Right.
people like Snoop Dogg, Mary, Tasha Cobbs, Travis Green, Anthony Brown, and Ruth Therapy, Kira Sheard, and Kiki Wyatt as just a few of the people that will be performing. I am just so excited to even be a part of a production like this. I'm so proud of Don Jackson for 33 years of celebrating gospel music with the Stella Award.
Right. You guys, this is Mr. Ben Tanker, and he is on the Big Mouth Radio Show this morning, and we are delighted to have him. And he has blessed, I mean, the nations his with his music, with the reality show. I mean, he basketball star. I mean, and his wife. Oh my God, I just love her. And look, your whole family. I mean, you guys are awesome. You guys are very awesome. And this is a lot. This is like a lot to do. So, I mean, you've produced a lot of people. I mean, I don't know if people even know Yolanda Adams, Kirk Whalum, Kelly Price. I mean, this is a lot of people that has made a mark out here.
And God is just so faithful because oftentimes when we experience something dying in our life, we think that's the end. My basketball career being raised very very poor, 6'6" by the time I'm in the sixth grade. So I'm in the
Wow.
ghetto. I'm thinking my only way out of this life is to go pro. put all my eggs in that basket. I finally make it to the NBA. My dream comes to pass, but then I get injured and cut from the team with just the snap of a knee. That injury just put me out of the league. So it was
Wow.
over before it started. And so you would think that the depression from that, that life would be over for me because that's all I had going. But God saved me in a revival service, and in the same service, He gifted me to play the piano. I have never had any lessons. 15 sellers, 8 dubs, 3 Grammys, a lot of
Wow.
platinum and gold records I've been involved in producing and writing and performing on. Never had any lessons, but God. So here I
Wow,
am,
but
30 years
God.
later, celebrating with the Stella Awards. And I'm just wanting to encourage you, listening audience, don't give up because God has something inside you that He wants to make great too.
What I want to ask you a couple of questions. How did you come up with the name Thicker Than Water for the tankards?
Oh, we've heard that term all the time. Blood is thicker than water, and so our reality show really is centered around a blended family. Your non-traditional high school sweethearts. 2 kids with a picket fence and a dog. My situation was a little different. We had a little circumstances going on before we met each other, and I think a lot of people that are listening are part of a blended situation, something that's not your normal all-American perfect situation. But even Jesus was part of a blended family. So just because everything doesn't line up and the sun doesn't seem to be shining exactly like you wanted to shine, doesn't mean that God can't help you pick up the pieces and blend your gifts with other things that's going on and you have a great life. That's why, the Stella Awards is such a blend of different talents. You've got people like Snoop Dogg and Mary and Kirk Franklin and Ben Tankard. And we're all different, but at the same time, we're all the same, and that we serve the same God. And even though we have different talents and we're diverse, I believe that if you just be yourself, because everybody else is already taken, just be yourself. God can bless that. Just be the best that you can be. And I believe that God can take us to the next level. Like you hosting this program this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can do it like you, Moni. Nobody.
Oh, no.
I put my foot in my mouth trying to do what you do. But at the same time, you might not can record jazz like I can record it. So we all have an assignment.
Wow, that's
We
great,
all
and
have
that's
an
good.
assignment.
That's a good encouragement word also. And like as I mean, even coming up as a kid and being tall. I mean, were you ever teased about that?
Say that again. I missed it.
I said, like growing up and being as tall as you were you ever teased about being, 6'6"?
Oh yeah, because I was 6'6" by the time I was in the 6th grade, girl. So I was 18 inches
Oh, oh
taller
my God.
than everybody else. I can't tell you how many times people came up to me and said, "Hey, how many years did you stay back?"
Oh my God.
I'm like, I didn't stay back. I was just tall.
Yeah, right. I mean, it wasn't nothing you can do about it.
All the time.
You just get a growth
Yep.
spurt. Right. And that a lot of, I mean, what would you even tell like some kids growing up right now that are, dealing with, being teased for certain things that they have no control of? How would you encourage them at the moment?
Don't take on the same characteristics of the people that come after you. Sometimes we can end up doing the same thing to other people that people do to us.
Right. That's a good word too. And I want to.
So just be a blessing. You might not can change all of your scenarios, but you can be nice. I think that's one of the things that has allowed me to grow much faster in this industry, is because I'm considered a nice person. I will sign autographs. I will talk to anybody. I'll go do concerts, whether it's 5 people or 50,000. So you might not can control everything that's going on, but you can control your attitude. So just
Right.
be nice and be sweet and try to have the heart of God. and watch God put the pieces back together again.
So, are you doing? Are you doing any? Are you performing this weekend?
No, I am just there to receive my nomination for another Stellar Award as Best Instrumental, and then I am blessed to be inducted into the Honors Hall of Fame. So I'm good to receive this year. I'm looking forward to the great performances that we will have on the Stellar Awards, and just to be able to almost like a reunion with a lot of friends and family that always come to the Stellar Awards. I'm looking forward to it.
Right. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys down there on the red carpet. It's going to be a pleasure for the 33rd Stella Awards this year, 2018. Y'all, this is Mr. Ben Tankard, and we will see him this weekend in Las Vegas at the Stella Awards.